Good evening, everyone. This is BremSter, and tonight I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Before 1 After 9 Sudoku. And this was the hardest puzzle in the World Puzzle Federation 2014 Round 2 booklet. Now, the World Puzzle Federation publishes all of their previous competition puzzles into an archive, which I will link to below. And you just get a whole bunch of puzzles which are rated with points, which is what they were in the competition, and therefore you can get an estimation of what the difficulties are. Now, I'm expecting this to be a math-heavy puzzle, so this is one I wouldn't have done, but I don't do competitions anyway, apart from doing the puzzles recreationally afterwards. Now, I'd previously wanted to try and bring these puzzles, but I'd been unable to figure out how to do it in a way that I felt comfortable with, but I've just decided to jump in and bring you these puzzles, where I will, every few weeks, I will do a puzzle from one of the Sudoku rounds. I may work through them. Now, these puzzles are provided in PDF format, so I've had to put these into SudokuPad, and what I'm planning on doing is, just working through and seeing what we do. So this one, it's from 2014, so it's a 10-year-old puzzle, and it's a rule set that I've not seen before, but I think the math is going to break me a little bit, but that's kind of cool. So, I get to explore something new. So let's have a look at the puzzle. As I said, links below to this puzzle in SudokuPad, but also to where you can access the World Puzzle Federation archive with all of the hundreds of puzzles that are there. So, normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. The numbers outside the grid indicate the sum of all the digits before the digit 1 in that row or column, or after the 9 in that row or column, going from left to right and from top to bottom. So basically what it means is we've got the before 1 section and the after 9 section. So it means that in this column, for example, before 1, there is going to be digits summing to 7. In this column, before the 1, there'll be digits summing to 26. In this row, after the 9, because this is in the after 9 section, there will be digits summing to 25. That's how this works. I have no idea what this is going to look like. Let's restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So I know in this row, before the 1, there are going to be digits summing to 37. So that means afterwards, now an entire row or column of a Sudoku contains all the digits 1 to 9, so they sum to 45. Before the 1, there is 37. So after the 1, there's going to be 45 minus 1, which is 44. 44 minus 37 is 7. So there's going to be only 7 in digits after the 1. But I can't use 7 in 3. So it could be a single 7 and then a 1, or it could be a 2-digit 7 and then the 1. I can't do a 3-digit 7 because a 3-digit 7 contains a 1 and I don't have the 1 available. So the 1 must be in one of those two cells. After the 9, I've got 4 digits summing to 4. Actually, I should have started with the small digit, I expect, because after the 9, I've got digits summing to 4. So there must be a 9 and a single 4, or a 9 and 2 digits summing to 4. So the 9 will go in one of those. Oh, but I can't do a 9 and 2 digits summing to 4, because if it was 2 digits summing to 4, it'd have to be 1, 3, and I don't have a 3 available. So this is 9 and 4. That's cool. So this clue here is done. But before the 1, I've got digits summing to 28. So after the 1, I've got digits summing. So 44 minus 28 is 16. So I've got digits summing to 16 after the 1. But I've already got 13. So I need digits summing to 3. Hang on, I've already got 13, but I need digits summing to 16. So this has to be 3 and 1. These sum to 16, and this is the 1. That's forced. Actually, do I want to colour the 1s and the 9s like... Yeah, I think I do. So I'm going to use my sandwich colouring here, because none of these can be 1 or 9. None of these can be 1 or 9. I've got 13 before the 1, so these sum to 13. Yeah. So what do I have in here? So after the 9, so these digits here are going to sum to 26. Now, if I subtract 9 from 45, I've got 36. So these sum to 26, these sum to 36, so these sum to 10. But I can't use a 1 in those, because if I use a 1 in those, then I won't have 27 before the 1. So there's no 1. So these are 2, 3, 5, which is the only way to make 10 without a 1, because 2, 3, 4 would be the minimum, which is 9, and I'd have to increase one of those digits by 1, and the only way I can increase without causing a duplicate. So those are 2, 3, 5. And that means these... So... Okay, 1 is over here. But these now... So before the 1, I've got 27, but these are already 19. So this could be 8, 1, but if I put the 1 down here, these would need to sum to 8. Can I do that? So I couldn't put the 1 down here, because if I put the 1 down here, I'd need 3 digits summing to 8, and I'd need to use the 1. Can I do 2 digits summing to 8? I couldn't use 1, 7. I couldn't use 2, 6, and I couldn't use 3, 5. This is the 1 and the 8. That's cool. So this is the other digit, and these are all green. Before the 1, I've got digits summing to 37. So these sum to 37. So this is 38. 45 minus 38, that's a 7. These are 1, 2, 5, and 6. Okay, let's mark off clues that are done. Those clues are both done. That clue is done. That clue is done. Because I've got the before 1 by having everything after the 1 and the after 9. If you've got everything after or before, the clue is done. I've got 15 before the 1. No, that's after the 9. Hang on, I've got 15 after the 9. I possibly should have color-coded these clues. I've got 15 after the 9. How's that going to work? The minimum this could be is 2. I mean, you can do 50. So either those digits sum to 7 or those digits sum to 7. But I can't make those digits sum to 7, because to make 3 digits sum to 7, they'd have to be 1, 2, 4. And I can't make those 1, 2, 4. Because first of all, I can't use a 1. Yeah, I can't do it. This has to be the 9. These have to sum to 7, which means they're 2, 5, and that's a 6, and this is a 9. Which means all of these turn green. And now the 15 clue is done. This is still 13. I don't know anything about this. Oh, 8 clues. How's that going to work? So before the 1, I've only got digits summing to 8. So it could be a single 8 or 2 digits summing to 8. It can't be 3 digits summing to 8, because 3 digits summing to 8 would need a 1. So 1 is in one of those two. After 9, I could use a single 8 or 2 digits summing to 8. I couldn't use 3 digits summing to 8 because I'd need a 1, and the 1 is over here. So 9 is in one of those two, but then this 9 is looking down saying, that's not the 9, that's the 9. And this is now 2 digits that sum to 8. And it can't be 1, 7, so it's either 2, 6 or 3, 5. Well, it can't be 3, 5. So this is 2 and 6. Because the 3, 5 is looking down, and you can't use 4, 4. So that's forced. So doesn't that force this as well? No, I could use a single 8 or 3, 5. I've got 7 before the 1. I can't do 7 in 4 cells. This is not the 1. So 1 is up here by Sudoku. This could be a 7 that I can't put 1 here because I have to have something before the 1. So it's either 7 and then 1 or 2 digits and then the 1. 21 before the 1. No, 21 after the 9. And 22 before the 1. Okay. 17 before the 1. I can't put 1 in... These are all green. I can't put 1 in any of those. If I put 1 down here, these would sum to at least, what is it, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is huge. 2, 3, 4 is 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 20. So these would sum to at least 20. So I can't put the 1 down here. The 1 has to be up here, but I need 17 before. So that's the 1. And then I need 2 digits to sum to 17, which are 8 and 9. But that's a problem. I'm broken. Because I need 28 after the 9. So I can't put the 9 there, or this would be 36. 36 minus 8. Oh, that's cool. So this is a 9 because 36, which is what's left of the row if I take 9 away, is 36. 36 minus 8 is 28. That's 8 and that's not... That's so cool. That's really nice. And these all become green. And that's a 1-9 pair because the 1 and the 9 both see that. That's green. And these are both yellow. What's that doing for this 21 and this 22? Well, these are all green. 25, oh, that 1 means this isn't the 1 and this is the 1, which means that's the 7 because I had 7 before 1. These sum to 25. I'm broken again. Oh, I'm broken again. No, it's 25 after 9, not before 1. It's 25 after 9. I can't put 9 here. 9 has to be in one of these. Now, it can't be here, otherwise it'd be 36. So 9 is in one of those two. Now, 36 minus 25 is 11. I can't do 11 in a single cell. That's the 9. And these have to sum to 11. And these all become green. These sum to 11. They can't be 9, 2. They could be 8, 3. They can't be 7, 4. They could be 5, 6. But this is 25 after the 9. So does that mean these have to sum to 11? Yeah. This is 25 after the 9. So this is 25 after the 9, and this is 25 after the 9. So these have to sum to 11. So again, I can't use 9, 2. I could use 8, 3. I can't use 7, 4. I could use 5, 6. So this is a 3, 5, 8, 6. This can't be 8, so that can't be 3. But these are now 2 and 4. That's weird. Now I've got 26 before the 1. But these are 20. Those are absolutely 20. Which means that's the 1. Because these sum to 20, because this is 11 plus 9. If this was the 1, those would have to sum to 6. And I can't do it because the 1 would be here. So this is the 1 and this is a 6. Which means these aren't 1 and this is the 1. Those are 1s. These now are both green. The 9 is in one of those two. These are all green. This is green. One is in one of those two. Okay. And these are now both done because I've got my 11 and yeah, these are both done because once I put the 11 in here, I'm going to hold off on that. Now I've got 13 after 9. So I can't put 9 down here. If I put 9 here, there's 0 after 9. If I put 9 here, that's a 13. So this is the 9, and this is not the 9, and these sum to 13. But that's the 9. This is not the 9. I'm going to struggle with this, aren't I? 9 is in one of those two. But there's 22. Oh, there's 22 before the 1. Here there's 21 after the 9. If that was the 9, then this would have to sum to 15. I can't do 21 in 7 cells. The minimum the 7 cells could be is 28. So that's not the 9. That's the 9. That's the 1. That's the 9. So this is yellow. This is green. That puts 1 in one of those two. These are green. Oh, this is a 1-9 pair. I can't put 1 or 9 in any of those. So this is a 1-9 pair and are both yellow. Once I figure out which one of those is the 1, I think I'm good. So this has 22 before the 1. I've got 9 already, so those have to sum to 13. There's a lot of 13s. 13's a terrible total for me to try and do in my head. Okay, maybe there's more Sudoku I can do. There's 6 in one of those two. 6 is in one of those. Oh, this 9 looks like making that the 1 and that the 9. So this isn't the 1, this is the 1. That becomes yellow, and I can now get rid of all the green. They're all the 1s and 9s. Oh, it's 8 before 1. So that's the 8. There's no 8 there. These were 11, so that's not 3. So 3 is in one of those two. 25 after 9 is going to be done once I get this 11 in place. $21 after 9. So these have to sum to 20 without using a 9. So the maximum I could put in them are 6, 7, and 8. 6, 7, and 8 sum to 21. I have to reduce one of those digits by 1. I can't reduce the 8 or a 7. These are 5, 7, and 8. There's no 8 there. And these, do I want to mark it all in? I'm not sure. But the 2, 3, 5 looks down, saying that's the 7, and there's no 7 there. This is a 5, 8. 3 is in one of those two. 4 is in one of those two. Hang on, this is known. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's just the 4. So this is the 3, and this is a 5, 8 pair, making that the 2 and that the 5. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, and 7. That's cool. This column has to be, yeah, that column is done. I've still got 13 before the 1. Oh, those 13 totals are going to kill me. This 8 row is done. 21 after the 9 is now done. 22 before the 1, that's another 13. So 13 after this 9. I've already got 8, so these have to sum to 5. Yeah, that's right. These have to sum to 5. Well, they can't be 1, 4, so those are 2, 3. That makes this the 2 and this the 3. That means there's no 3 here, so there's no 8 here. This is a 5-6 pair, meaning that's an 8 and that's a 6. There's no 5 here. But that means this isn't 5, 6. So this is 8 and 3. There's no 3 here. And now this column is completely done. Absolutely. Assuming I haven't made a boo, 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 boo. This column is completely done. This column is completely done. That's a row. See this? This is a row. This one is completely done. Because I've got 17 before the 1 and I'll have the 28 after the 9. So all I've got left now is this 13 and the 22 before the 1. So, well, let's look at that. These sum to 11, so these have to sum to 11. They're not 9-2, they're not 8-3, they're not 7-4. This is a 5-6 pair. This 6 makes this the 5 and this the 6. So this is a triple. 4, 6, 7. There's no 6 in any of those. That's the 6. This 7 makes that the 4 and that the 7. 1, this is a 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 5 makes that the 8, that the 5, that the 8. This row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a triple. 3, 4, 5. This 13 is the thing that is now absolutely causing me to be lost. Can I force... Well, there's no 7, 8 or 9 in it. So 4, 5, 6. If I don't use a 6, I'm at 3, 4, 5, which is 12. So there is a 6 in here. Yeah, 3, 4, 5 is only 12. And would break that anyway. So there's absolutely a 6 in here. The 6 isn't here. So now I need 2 digits with the 6 that sum to 7. They're not 1, 6. They could be 2, 5. They could be 3, 4. Okay. But the 7 is in one of those two. 1, oh, 1. No, I've got the 1. What am I talking about? It's got to be Sudoku, right? It's got to be Sudoku. This digit. That's a 2. Four is in one of those two by Sudoku. These are 4, 5, 6. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there's a 4 here. So that's not the 4. That's the 4. This is a 5, 6 pair. And the 6, of course, makes that the 5, that the 6, that the 5. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 7, and 8. There's a 3 there. There's an 8 there. There's a 7 there. So these are 3, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are 3, 6, and 7. There's no 6 there. So this isn't the 6. This is the 6. These are... Where's 2 in this row? That's the 2. And that's going to do it. This is 7. This is 8. Which is... This is 3. This is 7. This is 3. But now 2 is up here with 6. By Sudoku. So with 2 and 6, I'm at 8. I need another 5. This is 2, 5, 6. This is 2, 5, 6. There's no 6 in either of those. That's the 6. This is 2 and 5. So that's the 2. That's the 5 because of that. The 2 makes that the 3, which takes 3 out of there. The 5 makes that the 2 and that the 5. The 2 looks back making that the 4 and that the 2. The 4 looks across making that the 7 and that the 4. These are now complete, but they are 3, 4, and 7. The 4 and the 7 make that the 3. That's the 4, that's the 7. The 3 and the 4 look down, making that the 5, taking the 5 out of those. The 3 looks down, making that the 4 and that the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 goes there. The 5 means that's the 5, 6, 7, that's the 8, and that's the correct solution. 22 minutes and 26 seconds. That was a lot of fun. 10-year-old puzzle and that much fun. The World Puzzle Federation archives are an absolutely stunning free source of puzzles. Links below, check them out. Hope you're enjoying the series, and as always, good luck with your solving.